Hello students, good morning to all. So today we will continue the discussion of the lesson 9 cyber ethics. So today we will start our discussion on the topic digital footprints. So in this digital footprints means the impression is left by us when we are surfing over the internet. So what the things we have searched over the internet, what the activity we have done over the internet. So their traces, their impressions are saved in the form of the cookies by the website which we visited. So basically, this in general, we can say that footprint is the impression left by foot or shoes on the ground or a surface. So this is the comparison, like when we walk on a ground or make, you can say on an earthy ground, or you can take an example like on the uh, beach. So you'll find when you see back, you'll see that the impressions of your foot is left behind. So similarly here also a digital footprint is also an impression, or you can say information about a person which exists on the internet because of his online activity. So what you have done, what you browse over the internet, what you have searched over the internet, all that things is recorded in the cookies or in the database of the website which you visited. Basically, this information is transmitted online via how this information, digital footprints are transmitted online by filing a registration form, email attachments, online shopping, commenting on a social network site, uploading videos, digital images, all of which leave a trail of personal information available to others. So basically, but sometimes we fill our whenever we open an account, social account, we have to fill the registration form. In that registration form, we are providing all the details about ourselves, and also sometimes whenever we send some attachments, emails, when we do the online shopping at that time also we are providing so much informations, and this online shopping websites in the form of the cookies they store all type of the informations regarding your locations, regarding all your financial information what you are provided. So let me close this one. There is some problem. Okay, so so we are talking about that. So when we upload some videos or digital images, so basically our all these informations is recorded somewhere. Recorded somewhere means it is recorded in the database of the visiting website, or we can say the in the database of the Google, through which a search engine or browser we are surfing over the internet, and this information gets logged in the database. So means logged in the database means this recorded our all these informations, which website we visited, and what things content we have searched over the internet, and for how much times we have used it, from which location we have used it, and through which browser and through which hardware we have used for browsing activity. All this information is about your PC information, your location information, everything is saved, logged, recorded in the database of the Google. So basically, this digital footprint is also known as a digital dossier. So this dossier, you can say, information, piece of information of the netizens who are using the internet. Now, these digital footprints can be categorized into two parts, that is the active and passive data traces. So these active ones means those data traces which the user leaves intentionally, means which informations we provide the intentionally knowingly, like the emails, chats, social networking sites, and blog posts are some of the ways by which a user can create active digital footprints. On the email, we are sending something, some information we are providing. Over the chats, when we create social account at that time, or during the chatting times we are posting some things, or on the Facebook or some other social account, our status means knowingly we are providing the informations. And on the blog, we are writing some posts about our your personal information or something which a user can create active digital footprints. So all these are the active digital footprints which you create over the social accounts knowingly, intentionally. And the passive data traces are connected to the individual and which are generated by the others or gathered through the user's online activities without his knowledge. Means if someone is silently, or you can say, uh, means secretly they are finding out the informations about you. How? By looking your profiles, by some other, by installing some viruses, spyware to your devices, or by through your mail account they are seeing your browsing history. Like this, if someone is collecting all these informations, means without your knowledge, so that is called the passive data traces. So this thing is also happening. So few activities that create the passive data traces include surfing the sites for searching information, online shopping, etc. What I told you, whenever you visit any websites, so they record your informations, and at that time they are able to access. Sometimes they install the cookies, and that cookies, all this your browsing activities are stored. So they are able to access all those things. Next thing is the digital etiquettes. So as you know, the etiquettes means manners, and this manners when you are using the computer or mobile devices, digital devices. So what good manners you have to follow, that we'll discuss in these things, the digital etiquettes. So the term digital etiquette refers to being aware and behaving as responsibly and appropriately while working on the internet. So when you are using the internet through your device, so you have to be behave there. You have to use the internet as a responsible uh, user. So this includes maintaining your good reputation. So what is the responsible behavior here? So means do the ethical things here, do the good things here, which don't do any other illegal activities, means don't indulge in any cyber crime. So make a good reputation means always write a positive post. So don't write any negative post or negative comments about any caste, about any religions, or about any society, any section of the society. While accessing the social networking sites, if you are representing a school group, if you are playing games online, so on that platforms maintain your good reputations. So what are the golden rules to be followed? Means as a good etiquettes, digital etiquettes, always be positive in your online behavior. Okay, so always use the polite and kind language in the communication over the social account or over the internet. Respect the privacy of the others and let the others respect yours. So respecting the privacy of the others means, so don't disclose any personal information of your friends or relatives without their permissions on the social account. If you are knowing some personal information, if your friends have some photos, images, but without their permission, don't upload it on a social account. Don't post hurtful messages. Don't spread rumors. Don't post any embarrassing photos of your friends, which I just discussed earlier. That if you have your friends any photos, and maybe that may be not a good one, so don't post it over the social account. Be responsible, honest, and truthful. So means don't spread any rumors. Don't forward any spam messages, and be truthful. So don't spread rumors. Don't spread the fake news or fake post. Don't forward it. Respect the copyright policy and cyber laws. So over the internet, if you don't have a permission of distribution of any digital content of any software, so don't distribute such type of the software. Don't distribute such type of the digital content. Next thing, do not respond to any messages that in any way makes you uncomfortable. So if you are getting any messages in which a reply in giving the reply you're not comfortable, so don't respond it. You are not bonded to reply such things. Okay, block them and inform your elders, means your parents. Learns to say no to the others and any terms and conditions if you do not agree. So if you are not agree to the terms and conditions while using the social account, they are asking the permissions, and if you are not agree with that, so directly say no. Okay. Next thing, digital rights, freedom and responsibilities. So some rights is given, some freedom is given, and along with them some responsibilities is also assigned to each users, to each netizens who are using the internet. So due to the increasing demand for internet use, the digital rights are given to the users for their protections. So these rights are given for the protection of the users, to protect their intellectual property, to protect their privacy, to protect their personal data. These are human rights on digital platforms. So, what the human rights are given, that we'll discuss in this. So, these human rights is provided by the United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights, means provided by the UNO, and this got the approval on 5th July 2012 in the form of the preambles, which states that everyone has the right to freedom of opinion and expression. So everyone has the right to give their opinion and expression over the internet, and this right includes freedom to hold opinions without interference and to seek, receive, and impart information and ideas through any media, regardless of frontiers. That is provided. This provision is given in the Article 19. So you have a freedom to express your opinion, to show your expression over the over the social account. So any social account, or you can say any digital services, they cannot prevent, they cannot block you, they cannot bail you that you cannot use it, these services, for giving your expression and opinion. But while giving your expression and opinion, you have to keep into account that don't hurt the sentiments of others, don't write any negative comments, don't add any negative post on the social account. That is the uh, ethical activities is expected from you. Now, digital rights include freedom of speech and expression digitally, online safety and security, protection of intellectual property, physical and mental well-being, and privacy of the individuals. So that in the digital rights, yeah, the freedom of speech is given, but also that the online safety and security is also given. Means your safety and security is also a matter of concern for the UNO. So in that case, your information, your personal information should not be compromised. Next thing is the protection of the intellectual property. So if some intellectual property, some artistic skills, maybe some literary skills, maybe some any technological invention you have done, and your that research and other things, your intellectual property cannot be stolen by the others. So for the protection of this, some intellectual property rights is given to you, and for that some government had made the provision by giving the copyright and the patent and the trademark, which already we have discussed in the previous classes. The responsibilities include following the guidelines of all social media. So whatever the social account you are using, so at the time of that you are giving, you are agree with all the conditions. So you have to follow these guidelines of the social media, video platforms, online groups and communities, and accessing them within the limits. So some children rights in the digital age. So children have been exposed to new technology for the very beginning. So what some children's rights also has been provided by the government, by the UNO. So it means the childrens are exposed to the new technology from the very beginning now, because you all are in the generation of the digital age only. You have got the birth in the age of the digital age. So from the beginning only, you are seeing the smartphones and the computers. So they are the part of this cyber world with limited knowledge and awareness. The children have a very limited knowledge and awareness about the cyber crimes, and about the cyber frauds what happened over the internet. So they are enthusiastic about experimenting with new things in the cyberspace without having the adequate knowledge of their digital rights. So since the students have a limited knowledge of their digital rights and limited knowledge of the cyberspace, so they are experimenting. So they are accessing all the things. So they are discovering all the things over the internet. So because of that, they face various challenges also on the digital platforms. So here's some points which shows the various issues faced by the children's, their rights and how we can practice them in reality that is discussed. The first thing is the right to privacy. So the major challenge is that the children lose their privacy. Privacy is one of the major concern in one's life, and children are unaware of their online rights. So they have a legal right in the international and most domestic laws to be safeguarded from the violence, abuse, and exploitations. So since they are very unaware about this right to privacy, so their personal informations are disclosed, and their personal information is used by the other cyber frauds, cyber criminals to abuse them, or maybe to extort them, or also to blackmail them. The government should take all these measures to make the internet as safe as possible by implementing the digital law. So government is taking so many measures to make the internet safe so that no one can be cheated by the cyber criminals or the cyber fraudsters. Now, freedom from the exploitation and abuse. So this is also another concern that the children should be free from the exploitation and the abuse by the cyber criminals. So basically, these days the children use the internet, as you know, for their academics, for their recreations, for their fun, and for their entertainment. So these are the part of the various social media and gaming sites. So now sometimes they are harassed, demotivated. Means children are harassed and demotivated, and sometimes they are abused sexually by the cyber criminals. So this cyberbullying and cyber grooming are the examples of the children being exploited and abused online. So cyberbullying means sending the messages and this unwanted messages, bad messages to the users, to the students, to the childrens, and that is sent frequently, and that may be a negative comment, that may be a rumor about the children. So children have a legal right in international and domestic law to be safeguarded from these abusive acts. The main role to be played by the parents is to monitor their children and educate them at an early age, so that to this some unknown sites, to this some unknown persons, they do not communicate, they do not uh, they do not add some strange persons, they do not click any such a link given by the sent by any strange persons, whom the students or whom the children are not knowing. So these things must be taught by the parents, so the children should avoid. So means the parents has to educate their children at an early age. Next thing is the right to intellectual property. So children are unaware of their intellectual property act and violate it often. So that's just what we have discussed. There's many intellectual properties are there which is preserved and protected by the government. So children's what sometimes they share all those things softwares which are they are not allowed to share it because they have they have the copyrights. So also they cannot save their own creativity also when they upload a website, a video, etc. They don't know how much about copyright and patent is there. So if they don't have any idea about any film, about any video, and they have uploaded on the social account, so it means that is an issue of a copyright. So the children are not allowed to do such things. So parental guidance and monitoring are required when reading the policies and terms and conditions of the websites or any software carefully, since YouTube, Facebook, etc. have set the minimum age group to be registered as 13 years. So the parental intervention is important as the children are still minors. So means if you are less than 14 years, any children, so always use the internet or social accounts in the guidance or in the observation of the parents only. Okay. So this is all for the today students. In the next class, we will discuss about some digital laws and what are the illegal activities that we'll see in the next class. So this is all for today. Thank you for your kind attention.